Howdy guys, it's the Dallerfin'd crustacean, back at it with more Uncharted 2. We're starting off strong today with the ending of the train section. I have my dogs in the room with me today, which I don't usually do, so I'm sorry if y'all hear them growl or walk around in the background. But I remember that log section killing me so many times when I was a kid because I had no idea that you were supposed to... Like, how are you supposed to know that you're supposed to shoot off those tiny buckles? Like, no other section in Uncharted has something similar to that. Except for, like, a couple of sections in Uncharted 3 where there's, like, these stone pillars that have like this red wood on it, and you can shoot the red wood and cause like structures to fall down, but they show you in cutscenes that that's like possible, and it is so easy, like telegraphed. Like, come on, red wood on this brick, like it's so well telegraphed that you can do that, like of course you're gonna do it. But there's just this random section where you have these buckles on this wood, what do you call it, like a train, on this wood train cart. It's just so out of place, and I don't understand how you're supposed to know you're supposed to do that until you've done it one time. Maybe the game gives you a hint after a couple of deaths, but I never played Uncharted with hints on, so I wouldn't know. I mean, it's cool and it's very satisfying to watch him roll off in the little cutscene after shooting the buckles. But again, like, how are you supposed to know you're supposed to do that unless you've already done it before? Is this how you're supposed to do this boss fight? Because I did it like this in Brutal and Crushing, and didn't have too hard of a time with it. He like runs at me here and almost knocks me off the train, but that's fine. I think I've seen some people say that this is a pretty challenging on Brutal and Crushing, but I did this and I was just fine on both difficulties. This guy feels like those big guys that are all over the place in the third game. Maybe this was like their blueprint for the enemy that they wanted in that game.
This is mine, jerkweed. Saved my ass again. Are you alright?
Get off the train, mate.
What are you talking about? You have any idea what I've been through?
I never asked for any of your bloody heroics.
Chloe, come on, we don't have time for this.
You're right. So get off the train while you still can.
And leave you with them.
You made your choice.
What did you expect me to do?
I expected you to have my back.
I had your back!
How could you possibly with the other two on yours?
Good luck with Flynn. We deserve each other. You know, I can't believe...
No.
You just don't know when to quit, do you? What? No witty remark? Nothing clever to say?
We don't. No!
Oh, no, you don't!
Stop. Just let him go.
Put him out of his misery! There's nothing.
And now you know how we got here, which is how the game started. I love how things like gunshots, grenades, and propane tanks are like 10 times stronger than they are in the actual game. Like, the enemies are throwing grenades at you constantly, and the train is completely unfazed. But you shoot the propane tanks, and boom, the whole train is in complete pieces. You shoot the guy that dies in the cutscene that Chloe kills a million times, and sometimes in the head, but he's able to get back up and choke you out, only for Chloe to take him out with one bullet. It's so ridiculous. It kind of takes me out sometimes. But this is what I was talking about before. I don't like these next couple of chapters. And I have no idea why they make you climb this train again. You already did it once. They cut out this this part with the chairs for some reason. Like, why do I have to climb the train? But oh, the chairs? You don't want to... Okay, sure. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I don't even want to climb the train again. I guess I'll take whatever you give me. But I don't think it would have taken anybody out if they just had, like, the train tumble down in the cutscene after shooting the propane, and then have like these in-game cutscene flashes of what you did at the very beginning of the game, to then the cutscene that takes place right before it says 4 months earlier. I don't think that would have bothered anybody. But instead they make you climb the train again for some reason. I don't know why. It feels really weird. But yeah, here they're gonna cut out all those other sections in between here and the cutscene. Just proving to me that they could have just done that from the beginning. This section gives me the spooks, and I don't know why. I think it's because there's a bunch of really powerful enemies in this section, and you can't really see. And I really like the design of this level, though. I like the I like hiding. I like doing this section in stealth, which you can do the whole section in stealth. Well, at least these first couple of guys, and then some guys jump down from a train and ruin your stealth. I really wish the stealth had continued. I feel like that's something they do really good in Uncharted 4. I think they fixed their mistake. Like, this game introduces stealth, but you can't really stealth everything. Like, there's a couple of things that you can stealth, but they take it away from you. Like, yeah, there's other guys that come, but I feel like if you stealth this section without getting caught, there shouldn't be any other guys that come. And then you can just move on with the game. So you're gonna see me stealth this section, but there's actually a better way to stealth this section that I found when I played on brutal difficulty. But that's not in here, so you're gonna see me do this much slower than you really have to. That's okay. But I do like this small little section that they have here. And they'll have a lot of really powerful guys come out later, but they lay the weapons that you would need all across the map. So you see the guy on the train over there? He's the guy that you should take out second, and I took I'm over here saving him for last for some reason. This was like this was my first attempt, which I was surprised too. I wanted to stealth. I knew I wanted to stealth this section, and I was very surprised that I did it on the first go. But as soon as the next wave of guys came out and just started shooting, because for some reason your stealth isn't continued, I ended up dying. So you're gonna see a cut whenever I finish killing these 3 guys. Sorry, I don't have too much to say. Maybe I should have sped this section up too, because later in the video I am gonna speed up some of the gameplay, because the next 3 chapters after this section are they're nothing chapters. I talked about it a little bit in chapter 8 and 9, and I'll talk about it again when we get there, and I'll tell you why I sped it up and how I feel about those chapters. But for this section, there's not really much I can say, other than I am taking forever to take out these guys because I want to take them out without being seen. And I told y'all that I like doing stealth sections, so while I'm playing, I do not mind. I do not feel like I'm taking forever when I'm stealthing a section in a game. But watching this back, I realize how long I'm just standing here, going cautiously, making sure I don't get seen. And this is the last guy, and then you're gonna see a fade because I'm gonna die almost instantly. So that arrow shows, I thought there was gonna be guys coming from here, but no, they're coming from the direct opposite side, and then I died. So this time I cut out the guys that come out on the other side, because you have to do that whole section again. You have to do that whole section that I stealth and then killed 4 guys that come off on the other end. So I just started it off at the actual checkpoint where they have more people coming. And I don't know if you could hear, but my dog started sneezing in the background. But there was another cut there because I ended up dying. I didn't realize that there was going to be even more guys coming. So now I just run over here, grab the hammer weapon, or I like to call it the grenade launcher because that's literally what it is, but for some reason they call it a hammer. I have no idea why. But each of these guys, they just take 2 shots and then they're down. And so that was the other checkpoint. I think other than that first spot where you have to start over if you die from those 4 guys that drop down after the stealth section, other than that, I feel like this area is pretty well checkpointed. And then we're gonna have a cutscene up here.
Emma, call a sergeant Thompson chit. Shepherds are like you, come on the topper.
How did I get here?
Kalice, Kira Gurumbu lega di Chayomare. Kira Mashi was so the chambore.
How long have I been out?
Yeah, Tum.
Thanks.
Ditungus.
No. That's plenty.
Kira trouble Kira 2 year good desha. Ya lang to sa rebe.
I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Ya lang.
Thanks.
Yeah, Kira deva imbe. Yeah, sure. Shepherd Kira good desha. Sure. Kira nyam de kejeshi good desha.
The hell am I?
Sure. Nyam de sure.
So here we are in chapter 16, and it is a literal nothing chapter. There is no platforming, there is no puzzle solving, there is nothing other than walking to the next cutscene. I have no idea why it's its own chapter. I mean, this city is pretty, and the landscaping is also pretty, but why is it its own chapter? I feel like this should be the very end of the last chapter. It shouldn't be its own chapter. What just happened? I got the soccer ball dragged me. It should be the ending of chapter 15. It should not be its own chapter. It's like I said in chapter 8 and 9, it feels like they just added other chapters because they felt like their second game needed to be longer than their first, and it didn't. And I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and I just finished Uncharted 3 by this time that I'm recording this, and I was correct in my assumption that Uncharted 3 is much better paced than this game.
Just when I thought I had nothing left to lose.
Nate! Oh, thank God you're all right. I'm sorry,
It's all right. Elena, tell me you have some idea of what's going on. I mean, how long have I been here?
Only a few days. I followed the tracks to the wreckage. What the hell happened?
You were right about Chloe. Turns out she wasn't exactly looking to be rescued.
Wait, did she do that?
No, I have Flynn to thank for this.
Shepherd good desha.
Yeah. Nya Gotsu-sung. Come on. There's somebody who's anxious to meet you.
So, our mysterious guest awakes.
Nate, this is Carl Schaefer.
How are you feeling?
Good. Thanks.
Good. Please, sit. It appears you and I have much in common, Mr. Drake.
Is that so?
Yes. 70 years ago, I came here just like you, carried into the village near death, the last survivor of my company. I was hired to lead an expedition into Tibet to find the entrance to Shambhala. What they really wanted was the Chintamani stone. So, my friend, where did you find this?
Borneo. Why?
This is the key to Shambhala.
It's the one object your opponent desperately needs, even if he does not know it yet.
Oh, I think he knows. Look, I'm very grateful for everything you've done for me. I really am, but I'm through with all this.
So, they have beaten you, huh? Your quest is over?
Yeah, that's right.
What if it's only beginning?
Where did you find this guy?
Trust me, young man, your ego will mend. You're just lucky to be alive.
Yeah, you know, people are always telling me how lucky I am. The truth is, everything I touch turns to shit.
Nate.
No, Elena, I'm done. Now, come on, I'm through playing the hero.
Your adversary will not give up so easily. He will not stop until he possesses the thing he desires.
Oh, yeah? Well, more power to him.
Power is precisely the problem. Some of the most fearsome rulers through history have possessed only a fragment of the Chintamani stone. Men like Tamburlaine, Genghis Khan. If a mere sliver could bestow such power, what would a man become if he possessed the stone itself?
This is crazy.
It's got to be what he's after, Nate.
Then Lazarevich really is a nutjob. He's chasing a myth.
And what if he's not?
Elena, come on.
Well, I mean, what if it's true? We've seen what he's capable of.
I understand your doubt. You require proof. Something you can see with your own eyes. Tenzin, Tinsanantara Tingonre. Find the remains of my expedition, and you will have your proof. Tenzin will guide you.
Sure. Nyenyamdo sure. 가르쳐서.
I hope I live to regret this.
Just come back in one piece.
Don't suppose you speak any English, do you, pal? Well, this looks inviting. What's it say?
네 딱진 땡도.
Why do I ask?
네 됐어.
I'm not so good with charades, pal.
오빠 저 매겨.
Wait. Tenzin! Why do you need that?
So here we are at chapter 17 and 18, and as you can see, I have sped this up to 2 times speed. I don't like these chapters. I think these chapters hold down the game despite... Look at me, I'm trying to go through the ice, but you have to wait for Tenzin for some reason. At a good pace, both of these chapters are 9 minutes long. That's 20 minutes of game where you're not doing anything other than climbing. Do any of y'all really come back to these 2 chapters and think, oh, this is so fun? Do y'all really go to the menu, select chapters, and click on 17 or 18 to replay? There's zero reason to replay these chapters. And I was talking about it in 8 and 9, that there is like 5 chapters that I think really hold this game back from being the best Uncharted game, even though everybody seems to claim that Uncharted 2 is the best in the series, and I don't agree. I think Uncharted 3 is better than this game, and I can say that for sure now because, like I said, by the time I'm recording this, I have played it. But I think that chapter 8 and 9, and I completely forgot about 16 because it's a nothing. I slowed that down for you so you could see that is this game's mythological creature. The first game had the zombie guys, and this game has these big gorilla things. And, well, I was talking about it in chapter 8 and 9 with how 8 and 9 are just literal puzzles, like where you climb the Buddha statue and aim its arms. That's chapter 8. And then chapter 9 is the sword puzzle. And there's no dialogue in it. Like, there's nothing contributing to the story. At least these chapters have some story contributions where you can see, like, it gives hints to what Shambhala contains, like, with these monsters and such. And this boss fight that just ended here, there's 3 of them. Like, this one was already unnecessary, but the fact that there's 2 more, there's one at the very end of this video, and then there's another one with Flynn later. And I don't think that's a spoiler. Who cares? But, yeah, I don't know why they put 3 of those in the game. You can't kill them. They're literally just timed sections where you have to wait out the clock until Tenzin saves you, or the cutscene ends, or an elevator comes down. But at least with chapter 17 and this chapter, it has some story moments along with the walking around and stuff. But because they're so long, I'd rather play 8 and 9 that have no story elements to them other than them being 2 separate puzzles. At least they're shorter. But these are long. These take 20 minutes to complete. And I don't like them. I think it really slows down the pace. I mean, even watching this back, it's like, how did I play through this 4 times? Because I did it, I had to do it for crushing, I had to do it for brutal, I had to do it for a speed run, and then I had to do it when I went and picked up all the treasures. And that was my fault in regard to the treasures, but still. I said in chapter 8 and 9 that there should be a skip puzzle button. And if there was a skip puzzle button, chapter 8 wouldn't exist, or at least half of it wouldn't exist. Chapter 9 in its entirety wouldn't exist. This chapter 18, wouldn't exist. Chapter 17 would still exist, and so would half of chapter 8, which are just like walking simulators, and sadly, chapter 16, which should have been the end of chapter 15, would still exist. But the pacing, at least on a replayability, would have been better, but still.
Let's hope there's another way out of here.
Drake, they're shot.
This must be them. Schaefer's expedition.
Oh,
Chintamani stone. Huh. Or resin. Hello. Would you look at this? These men were all shot.
Tada. Tigarire.
Oh, that's the Irman Sul. It's the life tree. The Honornerbe. Oh, Jesus. They were SS.
Nga gotse maso.
Nazis.
Nazi. Nga kunza kagime.
What would a man become? Tenzin. Schaefer did this.
Ah,
Schaefer killed them.
mare.
Yes. It's the only way to stop them.
Sure.
Shit. We have to find a way out of here. Now.
And if y'all like these those 2 chapters, or if you like every chapter in this game, that's fine. And I did too. But after you replay them so many times, there's nothing. And here's the other section that I was talking about, where you just have to wait out the clock. I actually remember these sections being much more difficult, but it's not hard at all. Just run and blind fire. But I honestly don't understand the choice to make these things unkillable. Later on, they become killable, and they actually end up becoming my favorite enemy in the game, or at least one of my favorite enemies. What is going on? What the hell just happened there? Oh, the platform's already down. Well, they'll look a bit different later on, and you'll understand when we get there. But I think they're a cool addition to the game. A much better addition than the zombies were in the first game. But I don't understand these 3 sections where they're unkillable. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe have one section, like the first section with Tenzin and him, that I had at 2 times speed, be unkillable, but the rest of them not. But now that we've done this, the rest of the game is gonna be gunfight after gunfight.
You okay?
Oh,
Oh no. Tenzin!
Besas. Bema.
Thank God.
Oh, Nate.
What happened?
It's Lazarevich. They found us.
Bema 가와.
I don't know. I don't know. Schaefer's got her.
그래.
Mol Schaefer and Yamduda.
Schaefer.
They went the other way.
All right.
Nate, this is our fault. We did this.
Just stay here. We keep them safe. Come on.
And this is the start to the hardest chapter in the whole game. Chapter 19, Siege. But this is where I'm going to end the video. So, thank you guys for watching. Bye. Love y'all.